'cause everyone has an end. Can't ignore the gray hairs popping every new year. Noticing all the lines grow deeper when I smile. I used to think I still got time to waste, but lately I feel like it's too late. Met you when you were 19, I'll stay with you till 90. There's no way to stop now, let's go for another round. Made another trip around the sun, got a little close, it almost burned us up. Made another trip around the sun, can't stop the time, but time it can't stop us. Never too late to go off, never too old to grow up, never too late to go off, so go on. Never too late to go off, never too old to grow up, never too late to go off, so go on.
Woke up this morning with multiple backaches. I did. Still feel like I was just 21 last week. 21. I'm sorry, I'm living the future, I can't wait. Wait. Please stay in the moment or else it'll pass away. Can't move the same like I did in my past ways. Had to bring out the Band-Aid. Might have poured out a jar of regret on these pancakes. Overeating's a bad trait. Nothing gets under my skin like a handshake. Injected with bad faith. Getting older kinda feels like ballet. I'm just watching a matinee.
Made another trip around the sun, got a little close, it almost burned us up. Made another trip around the sun, can't stop the time, but time it can't stop us. Never too late to go off, never too old to grow up, never too late to go off, so go on. Never too late to go off, never too old to grow up, never too late to go off, so go on. Never too late to go off, never too old to grow up, never too late to go off, so go on. Never too late to go off, never too old to grow up, never too late to go off, so go on. Have I ever told you, boy, you're getting finer with age? I know it doesn't feel true, but baby, you got no expiration date. Have I ever told you, have I ever told you, boy, you're getting finer with age? I know it doesn't feel true, no, it doesn't feel true, but baby, you got no expiration
Okay.
date.
Hello, welcome to Hello Animation live stream where I do some compositing in TVPAINT. Let's make sure, is this camera? My neck. There we go. Hi, welcome to Hello Animation, the live stream where I do compositing in TVPAINT and just show you whatever it is that we are working on at Cabblow Studios. My name is Cabblow. I go by Cabblow on the internet, and I am the creative director of, oh, you know what? Let's do it without my glasses so we don't have a reflection. There we go. I'm the creative director of Cabblow Studios, which is an animation and illustration studio based in Johannesburg, South Africa. And we make short films, we make series, and we also make medical animation. And the medical animation that we're making now is called The Little Teaspoon of Sugar. It's our third original short film, and it's about Lissetti, a young I almost said animation graduate. I must be so tired. It's about Lissetti, who's starting grade 8. She's starting high school and she loves netball and she's very good at it. And she's very excited for what's going to happen because she's starting high school. But then everything changes, not when the Fire Nation attacks, but when she gets diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And then it just changes her whole plan for what she thought high school was going to be like. So I'm going to play the little teaser for the little teaspoon of sugar so that you have context for what I'm going to show you. And then there's just some other announcements. And then I will go into TVPAINT so I can show you what I'm working on today. So let's bring up this teaser and then get on with the live stream. And then I'll put my glasses back on so that I can see.
Let's go, Sadie, let's go! Woo! Let's go, Sadie, come on, go, do it! Let's go, Sadie, let's go!
Woo! Yay!
Oh my goodness!
To learn more about Cabblow Studios short films, go to cabblowstudios.com/movies. So that's the teaser for A Little Teaspoon of Sugar. That's the short film we're working on right now. And just to let you know about other short films that we made, we recently we launched Liftoff, which is our like mini virtual animation festival where we showcased the films made by the directors who were part of the Cabblow Studios virtual animation residency. And it was so much fun. There were some technical glitches, but you know what? Life is not perfect. And so these films are going to be on the Cabblow Studios website to purchase. So you can watch them again and you can watch the whole replay of the festival again as well with the interview questions that the residents asked. And it will be without glitches because why? The magic of editing. So just the films that were there, we had Squirrel Jones, we had On Edge, we had Reinventing the Wheel, we had James versus the Spider, and then we had Gussie Riders. So keep your eyes peeled for links and things so that you can watch these films on the Cabblow Studios website and support local filmmaking. Yeah. What else do I need to promote here before I can start? The last thing I need to promote is on Fridays, we do live streams together as a team where we hang out together and we draw or whatever it is that we need to learn. Because we actually do workshops as a team on a Friday, but we thought, hey, let's live stream it so that it's so that it's like a time for people to hang out with the Cabblow Studios animators and work with us and see how everybody draws and see that it's not just me, but that there are other artists who work at Cabblow Studios. So check those out. That's every 2 weeks. So we're going to skip this Friday and then we'll do next week, Friday. I think that's all the things that I need to promote. So now let's add TVPAINT onto the screen. There we go. Okay. So this is the shot that I'm compositing right now from the little teaspoon of sugar. I just want to make sure that StreamYard is happy so I can move it to one side and focus on TVPAINT. There we go. You guys are commenting so much. Like I can see there's people who are watching who aren't commenting, but the team there are they commenting in the chat all of the comments. George put stars. Yeah, so they're all there in the chat. Let me see if my background music situation is gonna work. Hopefully you guys can hear it and it's not too distracting. So let me play this shot so you can see what it is, and then we're gonna make it shiny. Let's see. Oh wait, let's make it bigger. There we go. So there's Lissetti doing the classic walking through the school hallway, sad moment, high school film situation. I won't tell you what the sad moment is, but it is indeed a sad moment in the story, for her at least anyway. So this is the scene. I mean, it looks pretty good where it is right now. But what I want to do is play around with the lighting, make it feel sadder, change the line of the outline so that they're not so harsh, because right now they're black and a bit harsh. And then whatever other fun tricks that I decide to do along the way. Like I see these kids have shadows on their bodies, but they don't have cast shadows. So just some credits for who made this shot. So Nintendo, who keeps commenting in the chat, designed Lissetti, the character. Owen, one of our animators, animated this shot, and he also designed these background characters. And then Tanika, please correct me. I think it's you who did this background, but it might have been Kayla. And then, yeah, those are the credits. There's nothing else that's in here that I need to attribute to people. Okay, cool. So let's pause this and get to compositing. So the first thing I always do before I make any kind of changes is I always duplicate the original scene so that I have it. What I used to do is I actually used to duplicate the file. So you can see, actually, I don't know if you can see this, but the way we name our files, like maybe you can see it here on the timeline here. It says project little teaspoon, little TPS shot 107 COLO, which is color underscore TNK, which is Tanika. So what I used to do is I would make a copy of this file and then rename it so that it's got my initials, KBL. So all of our artists, they all have initials, so we know who did which file, and also so that I keep track of, like credits, like who is credited for what thing, and then also if there's an issue, then I know where the file is coming from. Then I know, okay, this file was animated by Cabblow, but it was colored in by Tanika, and the background was done by Kayla or something. So I used to do that for 3 teaspoons of sugar. I would rename the files, but it's starting to fill up my machine. So I just work inside Tanika's file or whoever's file, and I make duplicates. The only time I rename a file is if it's absolutely different, like what I'm doing is absolutely different, that it needs a whole new file, or if the file's too heavy, then I rename it. So just a project management note there. Okay, so I've duplicated this, and I'll click and hide it. Then we go back in here and start making magic. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make all these color layers into animation layers so that they don't complain when I mess with the line work. So turn Lissetti into an animation layer. Look at all these layers. My gosh. All the layers. Tanika, I think we have to start using the guide. Owen uses it more than me and you. I think we have to start using the guide so that we don't have all these layers for our reference files. We just use a guide for our references. Anyway, so that's Lissetti. Now let's go to extra. Okay, that's extra 5. Make that person an animation layer. Yes, there are a lot of layers. Tanika is saying, haha, apologies. Apology accepted. Oh, wait. You were saying so many comments, George. I must at least put one. I will make myself known. There are so many comments. Okay, anyway. Welcome to the live stream for those who are joining us. Compositing for the Little Teaspoon of Sugar, our upcoming short film from Cabblow Studios. And I always forget to say hello to people watching the replay. So hello to people watching the replay in the future. Me too, Kayla. Me too. I'm living for George's comments. Kayla is one of our artists, everybody, who works at Cabblow Studios. Okay, wait, is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, I made extra 5 an animation layer. Right click, make extra 4 an animation layer. Just let me know if you guys can hear this background music. I had tried a makeshift situation. So that in the moments where I have awkward silence, there's music to fill the awkward silence. Anyway, let's make this an animation layer. This one, extra 1, is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5. Okay, that's everybody. Okay. So now I want to change the color of their line so that it's not so harsh. Let's save. Let me open up a file from last week. Since I have not saved the color of the line work. Excuse me. Whoa. Where? Let's see. Little Teaspoon of Sugar production. Shots from colorists. You guys should see my file. It's like folder inside folder inside folder. Okay. Let's see. Is it shot 19? I can't remember. No, it's not this one. Let's play this. No, it's not this one. Is it shot 30? Yes, in fact, it is shot 30 I'm looking for. Ooh. Okay. So let's go in here, press the plus button to isolate, and then I'm just gonna zoom in and find the color that I want. And then commit this color to memory. What is the hex code for this color? 1F0713. If you're paying attention to Nika, please remember this. That's the color of the outlines. I mean, we're almost done, but so that I commit to it. Okay, so let's go in here and change Lucidis. Oh, there we go. It's already so much softer. Little Teaspoon by far has been, I mean, I don't want to say the most complicated, but has the most characters as a project that we've done at Cabblow Studios. And like characters who have to be like alive and living and existing in the world. Every time I look at Little Teaspoon, I'm like, we could legitimately make a TV show at Cabblow Studios for sure. Hey! So, just context, KD Sketch is one of the reasons why I know how to use TVPAINT. Just the best tutorials for TVPAINT. Thanks for joining the live stream. So nice to see you. And she also live streams her process of making her animations and all the complicated things. Like the intense camera movement that she does. Like I think that's the last one that I saw that she did. Anyway, so yeah, KD Sketch, everybody, is the reason why I know how to use TVPAINT. Okay. There's probably a much more efficient way of doing this, but this is how I'm doing it. That's my mom in the background, everybody. If you saw her, Dr. T. She was trying to be slick. You don't have to be slick, Dr. T. This is your house. You can do whatever you want. Okay, Lissetti is sorted. Okay, who is extra who now? Okay, that's extra 5. But yeah, I was saying, Little Teaspoon has so many characters that have to be alive that we have to remember to manage. It's very exciting. It shows our growth as a studio, but it is oh gosh, right, this is something that we have to manage and do. And so it makes me think, gosh, the people who do TV shows, how do they manage all the details? I will never not appreciate my favorite TV shows ever again. All these little characters that have to appear as if they're alive. Or in a Ghibli film, just the extra characters that they animate, that they have make the effort to animate. Oh my gosh. That as well. Fun fact, we didn't draw this character's leg because you don't see them. Okay. This is such a cute smile. Well done, Owen. This is so cute. Okay. If you're moving stuff with the same move on every frame, you can uncheck the outbreak instance plus break frame options on the layer, then highlight the frames on the layer and press enter. Wait, can I do this if I'm changing the color? Because I know I can do that if I'm moving things like transforming. But can I do that if I'm trying to... Wait, why did my music stop? Continue, winner. Can I do that if... Because what I'm doing now is I'm just changing the color of the line work manually. Yes, yeah, I'm locking the... Okay, let's try it. Okay, I'm going to try it. Where... Who is extra 3? Okay. Select... Oh, wait. Switch off auto break. Select everything. And then enter. Oh! Undo. I forgot to lock transparency. Enter. Oh my god. I do this when I transform things. I didn't realize I could do it with changing the color. Oh my gosh. Thank you. TVPAINT hack, everybody. Yeah, I accidentally discovered that if you press enter, it repeats whatever your previous action is, depending on the tool that you're on. Yes, it also saved my life. Just saved my life now. Thank you. Andile Zulu, do you guys animate on 1s, 2s, or 3s? Technically, we animate on 2s because we animate at 12 frames per second. And the reason why we do that, honestly, it was because, okay, this is a backstory. My animation lecturer used to say that, okay, let's try to multitask. My animation lecturer used to say that you can't achieve smooth movement if you work at 12 frames per second. So because I'm a rebel, I was like, I'm gonna prove that I'll achieve smooth movement by working at 12 frames per second. But also, the maths is easier for me to do in my head. Oh my gosh, this is such a lifesaver. I've been doing this manually. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the maths is much easier for me to do if I'm working at 12 frames per second, because then I know 1 second is 12 drawings, half a second is 6 drawings, half of that is 3 drawings. And so I understand timing in terms of frames that way. But yeah, that's That's what I mean by technically we're animating on 2s because we set our projects to 12 frames per second. But because we've got some new stuff that's happening at the studio that we're not allowed to say anything about, that stuff is feeling like we're going to start having to work at 24 frames and animate on 1s in certain instances, just because the project demands that level of detail, or in that level of intricacy in the movement. There's a character here who has not. No, are they all? Okay, everybody's line work has changed. Cool. That's cool. Alright. Save. Yeah, but that's the answer to the question. We animated 12 frames per second because the maths is easier to do, and because I was like, hey, to my animation lecturer, I can make smooth movement. And as you can see, Owen has managed to do this pretty well. And also when we work on client projects, like clients tend to want things at in a really short space of time. So we have to animate on 2s at 12 frames per second, so that we literally use less drawings to make the animation, because they just tend to want things in a short span of time. I almost thought you were going to say animate everything on 1s. No. Why would I do that to myself? No. If a character is doing like a really fast action, then it makes sense to me to animate on 1s, because I need that. I can get away with it rather, or if it's something like something that needs to be very fluid, then I also understand why I would animate on 1s as well. Yeah, but thank you for the question. Please keep them coming. I am very happy to answer them. Okay, so I did their lines. What do I usually do after this? I usually mess around with lighting. So this is a sad moment. So let's see. I only ever use 1s if it's dynamic or for an effects animation. Yes, yeah. Just when you need to do, at least for me, like, so you need to do something quickly, or you want to do something that's just needs that extra drawing so that it's fluid. What's your dream project to work on? Oh wow. What is my dream project to work on? Our own TV shows, our own feature-length films, either a concept that I came up with or a concept that somebody else in the team has come up with. That's my dream. I don't know. I don't want to wait for people's permission to create the things that I want to create. I just want to create. So for me, the dream is to make our own TV show, or our own like full-length films, and have our own audience, like have people who want to watch I have people who want to watch Cabblow Studios things, the same way that we want to watch Disney stuff or Netflix stuff or Nickelodeon stuff. That's like my dream project. Yeah. Oh no, but don't worry. I haven't made much progress. I've been too busy talking to the people in the chat. I'm a bit late for the stream today. Welcome. You have come exactly at the right time. Okay, so oh yes, I said I'm messing around with colors to make this sad. Let's see. Let's just do good old-fashioned blue. To be honest, my dream would be to fund short films and pilot TV shows. Yeah, I just want to make my own things. If I make my own things because somebody has bought it from a broadcaster, or because our audience just is so excited about what we make, then how we make it, it's like a formality. But I do. I want to make our own things. Okay, I'm just gonna make this whole thing blue and see what happens. Green merge. Ooh, this looks like nighttime. This is not really what I want to do, but ooh. Let's try erasing. Let's see what happens. If I turn this into a vignette, I don't like it very much. Oh, that's so pretty, but this is not what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's try something else. Let's do. What was happening here in this one? This one, it was like it was afternoon. By the way, if you can hear this music, it's the song that's playing right now is "Summers for Falling in Love" by Sarah Kang or Sarah Kang, depending on where in the world you live. It's one of the songs in that lo-fi playlist that I always play before the stream. The link should be in the description. Okay, this one was more like afternoon. What color is this shadow situation? Wait, where is it? Is it above? Oh, okay, I don't know where it is. Oh man. This is what I'm looking for. This is color. There we go. Okay. Oh wow. Go back. There we go. That was 45 and it was set to grain merge. Grain merge. Okay. Let's try this purple color. And another purple color. Let's try making a gradient, see what happens. No way to stop now, let's go for another round. Ooh, this is dramatic. Got a little close, it almost burned us up. Ooh, this is getting somewhere. I like. Tanika, we don't have a we don't have lights here. Where's my thing now? Only. We don't have lights here. What is happening with this brush? Oh, it's set to default. Here, we don't have lights. So I'm going to do the effect as if we have the lights, and then I'll just ask you to insert the lights that you drew in the other backgrounds. So that's how we'll place them. Just to add lights to this background. And then I'll do the same effect that's happening here. And then afterwards we'll put these lights back in. So that's also the other thing that I say in these live streams. Like I'm not just doing compositing, I'm also doing quality control. Just like if something is not colored in properly, or there's a detail missing, or there's like a continuity issue, I'm the one who's supposed to check on it, because it's the end of the last step in the production process before it goes to editing. This is like dramatic enough, honestly, but I still want to play with it a little bit more before moving on to the next thing. Never too late to go. Okay. Should we keep these green shadows or make them purple as well? And now I learned a new trick, because I don't have to do this manually anymore. Select everything. Oh wait, let's do this first. Oh no, don't do a gradient. Undo. Baby got no expiration date. told you. Okay. Cool. Now I want to do this everywhere. Enter. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is such a lifesaver. How long does it take you guys to do client work? It depends on the project, depends on the style of the animation, depends on the length of the project. So me by myself, when it was just me as the only artist at Cabblow Studios, I could do a 45-second animation in 1 month alone. So that's the animation, the backgrounds, and the character design, the storyboarding, and the editing. 45 seconds. That was in 2018. Oh wow, yeah, that was in 2018. So the last big client project we did was at the end of last year when there were 4 of us, and we did 6 minutes in 2 months. I think that was when there were 4 of us. And then when we had the residency, there were 10 of us, and the residents all made their short films in 3 months, and they're between 2 minutes and 4 minutes. And then we were also working on other projects. So the more artists you have, the more capacity you have. But it really depends on the type of animation. Like somebody asked us to do a 2-minute animation in 2 weeks. Somebody else asked us to do a 4-minute animation, and it took us 2 months. So it depends on the type of animation. How many characters are there going to be in the whole thing? Like this, like let's say the whole animation was like this, was like Little Teaspoon, where there's like multiple characters like this. There's shadows, there's like backgrounds that have got somewhat realistic perspective. Perspective. All these characters all have to move, and in Little Teaspoon the characters talk. So that all makes the production value higher, and then makes the animation take more time. Whereas if it's something where there's less character animation, or there's fewer main characters, or there's a narrator and there's no lip syncing, that significantly decreases the amount of work we need to do. And also the style, like our style is very like line based, and so then we all have to learn how to draw like each other, but it's not so complicated. Like our style doesn't look like a moving painting, for example. So yeah. Do you have a client project that you enjoyed the most? Do I have a client project I enjoyed the most? I enjoyed doing Health Force. Like, I enjoy when there's problems to solve. So I enjoyed doing Health Force, which I realized we did a year ago. It was a project for this company that has clinics inside pharmacies, like in Dischem Pharmacy and Clicks Pharmacy in South Africa. And when you go there, you can talk to a nurse. You can get certain tests done, like your blood pressure, your glucose, your weight, that kind of thing. And then if you need to consult with the doctor, then they video call the doctor in the place. So the animation was made to advertise that. So I enjoyed that, just because the problem we had to solve was making sure the color palette that the client wanted matched with their branding, and it was harmonious. Let's add some cast shadows to these people because I'm getting distracted. But I also enjoyed doing What is Type 2 Diabetes. That one's not on our YouTube channel. It's on our I'm changing all the colors of the shadows. It's on our Vimeo. That was 6 episodes that we did when it was just me, Tanika, and Noriana working as the animators. And the client brief, they gave us a PowerPoint that had like 6 different topics that they wanted to talk about relating to diabetes in middle-aged adults, so like 40-50. And they didn't like give us a storyline or characters. They were just like, these are the issues that they face, like overworking and not resting or poor diet, or like extreme symptoms like wounds that don't heal or something. So we had to take all of those like illnesses, symptoms, and turn them into, oh, you know what? Let's make this multiply. This purple is too much. Oh yeah, multiply works. Instead of grain merge. So we had to turn all of those things into an animation. And then they just described what is a typical what's this? A typical male in their target audience, typical female, and then we came up with characters and we came up with a storyline. So I enjoyed that because we were basically making a mini series. Every episode was like 2 minutes long, and it was our first time doing it. And because we work in medical animation, our clients, they are not animation people, they're like corporate people. So they just explain something how they explain it, and then it's our job to interpret it such that it's a fun animation. So yeah. But I always feel like we grow no matter what the project is. I always feel like we grow. Multiply. Ooh, too much. 21%. But I might be leaving things out. Tanika, what is your favorite project? I could be leaving stuff out, honestly. Honestly, people's expectations of animation timeline can go in the bin. Please complete my music video in 2 days. Yes, I do get DMs like that. Can you make this in 5 minutes, please? Sure, if you want a stick figure, I can make it in 5 minutes for you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so people can be very unrealistic because they don't know how animation works, and it's not really their fault. Not everybody has the chance to tell them how animation is made because we're too busy making our animations. This is Nariana, drawn by the Daisy Queen. Loved Type 2D, had quirky shots that I loved working on. Yeah, there was like the shot where the character had to eat salad, and had to ride a bicycle, and they were half asleep exercising. Tanika says her favorite project was Ultron. It was like the fastest we've ever worked. Yeah, I think so. It was like we were starting to understand our pipeline as a team. I agree with you. I hate those. I once had to write an essay explaining the whole process. Yeah. What we used to do when I was still teaching, I couldn't always go to meetings when Dr. T was when she was pitching to potential clients. Like I couldn't always go to meetings because I had to lecture. So I made this video where I was like, "Hi, thanks for joining us today. My name is Cabblow. I'm the creative director of Cabblow Studios, and let me take you through our process. We're so excited to work with you." And then in the video, I would show them an example of a storyboard, and then show them how, like, I would take one shot and then show them how that one shot goes from a sketch to a final animation. And a lot of the time they'd be like, "Oh, I understand now. I didn't appreciate this before, la la la." And they'd be like, "Oh, okay, I understand." Because the other thing as well is clients don't know that like your drawings are like ugly before they're beautiful. Like they're a sketch before they are the final image. So we always have to reassure them that this is the rough, this is the sketch, this is the planning, this is what it will look like. And actually, I do have a podcast planned. Let's make the city's. Oh, but Dr. T was saying the city's shadow, it's making her skin too red. Yeah, let's do multiply. Make her shadow the most intense. Ooh, this is so intense. Before, after. Before, after. Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Ooh, I lost my train of thought. Oh dear. Please remind me, what was I talking about? Are these shadows all set to? No, they're not all set to multiply. This one is still green. I feel so haphazard today. I've been talking to everybody in the chat. Enter. Oop. Made a mistake. Undo. One more time. Enter. I mean, when it's just you working on your own, you know what you are talking about in your thumbnails and in your rough drawings. Oh, I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about reassuring clients and making sure that they understand the process and all of that. I hope I finished my point though. But yeah, mine is the same. When it's just you working on your own, you don't have to explain in detail what it is that you're doing because you know what you mean. But when you're working in a team, it's very important to make sure. Thank you. It's very important to thank you, Andile. I'll get back to my point. It's very important that you consider your team member. So that's why, I mean, I hop on the team, like label your layers. Don't label them for me. Label them for your neighbor. Because they're gonna open the file and they're gonna be like, "What am I looking at?" But when it's just you, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to explain anything because it's just you. You know what you mean. Thanks, Andile, for reminding me. I was talking about a planned podcast. Thank you. I was talking about a podcast about working with clients. I do have that planned. As I've said, the Business of Animation podcast comes out every whenever I have free time for it. I want it to be a Sunday thing, but I've not yet reached that point where I can upload it consistently on a Sunday, and that's fine. Life is not perfect. But yeah, and it's because I've just been learning. I've learned quite a bit about working with clients. These shadows don't feel like they're all on multiply. And so I want to just share that with everybody who listens and follows our work. I always imagine I'm explaining to my parents what I'm doing. When you're working, thankfully, Dr. T works with us, and so she understands what we're doing. Okay, I've done the shadows on their bodies. I've done the city's shadow. The girl at the back is feeling too purple to me. Should I just make her shadow darker? Okay, let's do cast shadows. Animation. Cast shadows. And then let's just do blobs for everybody. Multiply. Ooh, good enough. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's almost 4:30. Okay, I must finish. Okay, how did I do this? This lighting effect. You know what? I'm just gonna copy these layers. Copy. Let's make this yellow since it's a revision. Hold. And then bring this all the way up. Lock this. Paste. Oh, that's really cute. It's funny that it's on the wrong character. Let's move this. It needs to be in the middle. Dun, 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 dun. Let's make it bigger. Oh, Tanika, you know what? Maybe we don't need to add the lights. We can just assume the light that's shining on her is off camera. I don't need this one. Save. And play. Oh, this is so dramatic. Okay, if I switch on the other one and I move it, but it's underneath Lisedi. Let's move this there. Oh, it makes no difference, really. I suppose I could put it there, but it makes no difference, really. It makes no difference. Dun, 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 dun. This is so dramatic. I love it. I love it. Stop. But I feel like adding a vignette though, even though this one didn't work. Hold. Even though this one didn't work, let's add one. See, it might be overkill. It might be overkill. Animation. Vignette. Okay. Thank you guys for asking questions today. This was fun. I feel like I spoke a lot, but it was fun. I don't know how those people who have like a really big following, like I don't know if you've ever seen like a Ross Draws what's this thing? Live stream, and then like just the comments are like I don't know how those people deal. I do not know how those people deal. As much as it's like the dream for us to have a bigger following on our YouTube channel, and I think we will get there because we recently unlocked the community tab, and I'm so excited about it. But I'm like, those people who have a crazy amount of followers, I don't know how they keep up. And the comments are set to hold, and the comments are just rolling. Okay, so dramatic. And then in the final edit, I'll probably put like a hazy filter on top because that's my favorite thing to do. That's the remnants of my anime days. But you know what? I like this shadow that's in her body, but I feel like her little floating braids need a shadow as well. That one we're just going to have to hand draw. Braid shadow. Enter. That one we will just have to hand draw. Oh, it's size 45, opacity 18, none. Oh, really? That's for the pros. I didn't know. So when I get there in the future, I must remember. Let's remember this team that there's a what's this slow mode so that the rolling comments don't become overwhelming when we have a bigger audience. Thanks for that. All the tips today. Okay. And we're just gonna... Is there by any chance some effects animation? Okay, there isn't. I have to do this manually. Okay. Yes, yeah, we have Tanika and Nariana, they're moderators on the channel. We're like preempting all that, especially because it can get quite distracting when you're drawing and trying to answer questions. I know they say women can multitask, but this one is special. Okay, let me set this to light just so I can see what's going on. Let's make this much larger. And then move this one in. Enter. Oh, wait, you know what? This doesn't look good. Thank you. Thank you for joining the live stream. It was so fun to have you. Everybody, Katie Sketch, subscribe to her YouTube channel for tutorials on TVPAINT and Krita and other fun stuff relating to 2D animation. Do you guys hire voice actors when the animation has dialogue? Yes. Sometimes it's me. Like, go listen to the teaser for Little Teaspoon of Sugar. Sometimes it's me. I do all the extra background voices. For Ultron, we had voice actors to do the narration because as much as I like to use myself as an extra, I'm not a guy. So there's like limitations to what I can do with my voice. You can even hear my throat is all scratchy. Let's drink some tea. So yeah, we do. Before it used to be me, honestly, and it was just cost saving as a business. It used to be me. No, what's happening here? But yeah, as we grow, we will hire more talent. Sometimes we just use like people that we know, like for 3 Teaspoons of Sugar. The voices of that film are my grandmother and my late aunt. And then they got paid as well for contributing their voices to the film. So even real life people, we use them. Enter. No man. Move this up. Okay. You feel awkward when you voice act for your work, but you're getting better at it. Me too, I used to, but then I was like, I don't have anybody else, so I will just voice act because I have myself. I don't know why I said it with an accent. But yeah, I don't know, the more times you recognize yourself as a resource, the more you start to just get over some of those things that make you feel awkward. Let's make this larger. Enter. But it's like, I think Bob's Burgers just uses one voice actor for many of the characters. So it's not uncommon to use the same talent for multiple characters in a project. Like I'm sure you've seen if you watch anything that's got the voice actress Grey Delisle. So that's the voice of Mandy and the voice of Azula from Avatar. Like if you watch it in credits, sometimes she's voicing like an extra character in the episode who just happened to be in that episode, but not in any other episode. And they're like, let's use this voice talent. I don't know if you guys get this. My second most frequently asked question when people find out I do animation is, can I be a voice? My most frequently asked question is, can you draw me? I don't know if you guys have this, but that has been my experience. Okay, we need to wrap up now, Cabblow, so hurry up and finish. I have been talking so much today. Really, in one project. Makes sense. You should be compensated for your time and talent. So that makes sense to me. Wait, did this grow bigger? Oh, it did, okay. So like you draw pictures. Ordinary people. It's because they think we have superpowers. They don't know that like we actually have to try. Most of us aren't born like child prodigies. We have to try. I think. Let's just move it so that it's not still. I hate when people ask me to draw them just because I can draw doesn't mean I draw people. I mean, I can, but no. Yeah, like my family often asks me to draw them, and I feel bad because I should. On the other hand, I have drawn them because we made a concept called the fam, which is based off of our family. So I have turned them into cartoon characters. We've designed them, but the reason why I don't draw my family is because then they'll be like, is this what I look like? And I'm not trying to hear that feedback. I don't know if you've seen with the podcast, I do cover art. Either it's me as a cartoon character and talking about whatever the episode is about, or if it's an interview, then I draw the person. But I'm always like, oh my gosh, I hope I'm able to capture their likeness. So that's the stress of drawing real people. It's like, this is my interpretation of you. Please don't get offended. These were the things that I thought were interesting about you as a person, and that's why I drew them. Yeah. That's why I don't draw my family. And my aunt is always asking me, and I never draw her. To learn more about Cabblow Studios short films, go to cabblow.com/movies. That means my music playlist is done. What software do you use to stream online? StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard. It's super duper easy. Like if you know what vision mixing is, like in TV, it's like that, but like super duper easy. It's so nifty. So I would use like OBS and all of them, but it just feels like I have to do an extra layer of learning. And for me, the live streaming needs to be super duper easy to do because editing already is so time consuming. That's why it takes so long for an edited video to come out, because I have to edit in between all the work that we do. StreamYard with an A. StreamYard. So that's what I'm using. StreamYard, sponsor me, StreamYard. It's really very easy to use. I am very thankful that it came into my radar. It was actually one of my favorite YouTubers, Evelyn from the internet. If you've ever heard of her, she's hilarious. She uses StreamYard to do live streaming, and I was like, what? This is amazing. I also want to try. But yeah, if you've done vision mixing, like if you studied TV, then you'll understand how StreamYard works. It's like if you watch those movies where people are making a TV show, and then you see the TV crew and the director at back, and they're like, switch to camera 1, switch to camera 2, whatever. It's like that kind of situation, except it's just you and your computer and your videos and stuff. My drawing skills are still sort of a secret to my family, but I also think it's also that they don't get animation. Yeah, I mean, one of my family members was like, in Sepedi, which is my mother tongue, they were like, Dipopai, you want cartoons? You want to do what? And they thought I meant like Sesame Street Muppets, like to be a puppeteer. And that's not the case. I just make moving pictures. I make moving drawings. But I mean, I find that what helps family to understand, especially when your family is not really exposed to this as a profession, but only to it as a form of entertainment, is if you give them real life examples of people who are doing the kind of work that you want to do, especially if you can find something that's like localized. So that's why it's very important for us at Cabblow Studios to show you our team and to show you the projects that we're doing, so you can see that like this is accessible, it's doable, it's believable, and you can also do it. So that's also part of why we do the live streams. Yes, we want to promote. Yes, we want to grow our following, all of those important things. But it's also because I realize that Cabblow Studios is occupying a certain space of influence, and I say that to be thankful that people are actually paying attention to what we're doing. But I also say it because then we can become a resource for somebody when they see us and they're like, this is possible, this is what I want to do. That's why earlier when Catherine Delimo, Katie's sketch, when she was asking, what's your dream project? And I was like, to make our own TV show. And then George was like, haha, I knew it. Is because if I make a TV show, then it proves to everybody else that they can also do it. That's why. That's literally why. Yeah. So, and we also just recently discovered my baby cousin knows how to draw. I was like, when? How have I had an entire relationship with you as my cousin who I love, and I didn't know you could draw? Like, so it's really okay if your if your skills are not yet known to your family or they don't quite understand. No, I'm not a lecturer at City Varsity anymore. I do Cabblow Studios full time. Yeah. Yes, it does always leave them shooketh. That's what I was saying about the clients as well. Let me switch this off. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, let's do this. Set this to color. Set this to color. It does leave them shooketh when they realize that you need 24 drawings to make 1 second of animation. And it takes a day to make 3 seconds. Like as an average benchmark. That's why it can take 4 years to make a movie, and there's hundreds of people in the crew. So they are always shooketh when they find out what it takes to do animation. And I think this shot is done, everybody. Oh no, where did StreamYard go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, this looks so nice. If I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. Let's play it full screen. Save before I play it. Oh, you know what? Quality assurance. I need to sort out this gap here. Oh, you had to quit. I mean, here's my take on it. Film school is what you put into it. Because I also had like a mixed bag of experiences with this came out so nicely. I also had a mixed kind of bag of experiences going to film school. So I went to a school that does live action and animation, kind of like City Varsity. I went to AFDA, and the experience was good in that you have more of a 360 view if you get exposed to live action disciplines and animation disciplines. But because South Africa in general has got such little exposure to animation as an industry, it reflects back even in the educational institutions. So some schools are stronger than others in teaching animation and making sure that their students are industry ready. Unfortunately, my experience was not like that. And it's sad, but you know what, you just have to deal. So what I just took from that was the effort that I would put in with me and my classmates when we would teach ourselves how to do stuff, the context that I made. Like, I'm still in contact with my film school classmates, and I realized, oh yeah, if I need an actor, I know actors, and I can see some of my film school classmates are now also starting to make like progress in their careers. Like, I saw somebody in a Netflix movie the other day, and I was like, hey, look at you, you're progressing in life. But yeah, so film school gave me contacts. It gave me experience in that I made short films during film school, gave me tears, and I went through disillusionment in film school, so I don't have to go through disillusionment once I'm working. And it just showed me that I can persevere, and so that's my take on it. Yeah, so this is the shot, everybody. It came out really, really nicely. I am very happy with it. Let's stop this background music. My throat is tired. So this is before. I don't know if you guys ever used to, if any of you watched Lifetime. They used to say before, where before meets after. Oh no, did I detach my timeline? There we go. Okay. Where before meets after. Lifetime makeover shows. Lifetime? TLC? TLC. Lifetime. One of those. This is what it used to look like. Oh, why is it not playing? This is what it used to look like. And it was pretty good already. Like the base colors are pretty good. And this is what it looks like now. So purple. Might have to make it less purple, but this is a sad moment, so maybe I'll make it blue. But I am very happy with how this turned out. And so before I wrap up, let's just save this. I'll export once the live stream is over so that my live stream doesn't crash while exporting. Let's remove TVPAINT. There we go. Woo, big on screen. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Oh, thank you. I appreciate your comment. Yeah, the girl in the front, she's like the mean girl in the front. She's not a main character, she's just an extra, but we had to throw it in there because it's a high school story. But thank you, everybody, for joining me on the live stream. Don't forget to check out our residency films on the Cabblow Studios website. They're called Liftoff. These are the films: Gussie Riders, Squirrel Jones, Reinventing the Wheel, On Edge, and James versus the Spider. You'll be able to buy them really, really soon. And then there'll be a nice video on the YouTube channel saying how to purchase a film on the Cabblow Studios website. There's some things I must promote before I go, though. We live stream together as a team on Fridays. We're going to skip this Friday because we live streamed last week Friday, but we will be back in 2 weeks' time. And that's just the little promo artwork that we have of all of our team members at Cabblow Studios. I am so thankful to have a team like you guys don't understand. And I'm so thankful that people can see, other humans who work at Cabblow Studios. Like, it's not me anymore. Not just me anymore. And then, of course, we've got the Business of Animation podcast that comes out every whenever. Previous episodes include why did I start an animation business anyway? This is not cute. The times when it's very difficult. Interview with Stuart Forrest, CEO of Triggerfish Animation. Interview with Darby Fady, illustrator and concept artist at Warner Brothers Animation. Can a short film make money? And we also did an interview with the co-creator of CaliPeg, which is an incredible 2D animation app for the iPad. I'm telling you, that thing is a game changer. I haven't bought an iPad yet, but after I spoke to Liz, I was like, I need to buy an iPad and see how to integrate it, because now it does have integration with TVPAINT. So that's it. I'm going to play a little promo for the Business of Animation podcast, and then that'll be the end of the live stream. Thank you guys for joining me, and have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching up until the end. Bye, everybody.
This business is about relationships first and foremost. If there's so much money that changes hands in an animation production, that you want to trust the people that you are bringing into your transaction. And so that doesn't happen overnight. You don't just pick up the phone to Disney and say, let's do something together. You spend years and years trying to get in front of them and just being around. And we have a publicist. We're constantly in the news. We're trying to be in the news. so that when the opportunity comes and someone says, "Oh, I think Triggerfish might be a good fit for this," it's because they've known us for 10 years already.